Alright, I'm going over a family of builds for Oketra, and it's a double striker 536. This will be all in a playlist. If you go in the comments, you'll be able to see the previous videos. I believe this is going to be the last one of the what to build. If I have energy tomorrow morning, I'll do the first build. I'm sure already, given what I've discussed in all the previous cards, that it's going to be on a Japanese Pride-made counters and life gain deck. I guarantee that that's what it's going to be. All right, so let's go into M21. Solemn Simulacrum has to go in there, has to go into every single deck. You come in, you get a land card. It's a strategy that I need to exploit for Oketra. I need to get to Oketra to combo off as soon as possible, and these types of cards are going to get me there. They're all going to go in. And then, of course, somebody whacks it, and you get to draw a card. Fantastic. A mana rock on a card, I'll take it anytime. It'll make every single build. And then this card also is fantastic. It gets a lot of play in standard. You keep putting page counters on it, and for 2, you can draw a card, and you put the counters in different ways. One of them is you just put a counter and you get to scry 1. For 2, you can put a counter and draw a card. And then 3 or 4, you exile it and you get 4 life. Yeah, what's not to like? It's a great card. Doing something against your opponent's graveyard, it's a little limited. I mean, it's a 5/3/5. It doesn't fly. But in the Death and Taxes version, or in a version where, yeah, I could see it being put to use, but I could see it not making a final build. Yeah, I would put it in with Grafdigger's Cage. And make sure that nobody uses their graveyard, including me. I don't care. I'll just, In this case, of course, I get to pick the person whose graveyard I exile. And in the case of the cage, it locks down all graveyards. Yeah, I'll put it in. Discard a card to cast this. Protection from Planeswalkers. Yeah, hits the Planeswalkers. Very good. Deserves no introduction. I mean, really powerful card. This is part of the that super pack from the M21 Japanese printed cards. These are all Japanese prints. They're so beautiful, so well done. And this was in a pack where I had an Ugin and a foil Ugin in the same pack. I only have, well, actually, my son cracked Ugin from Fate Reforged. And it was in his collection at the time, but he's in and out of Magic every other week. So eventually I gave him something else for it. So now I have 3 Ugins, and 2 of them came out of the same pack. That's just crazy. I play this card a lot in Arena. I always have 2 in every deck. Yes, draw a card. I like it. Another variant of pacifism. Yeah. Fantastic card for life gain. Definitely a great friend of a Japanese Pride-Mate. After you get to, like, say 40, you have to get to 47 life in Commander. You can start kicking out angels. It's a must get rid of card whenever I see it on my opponent's board. Flyer, you gain 2 life for each creature you control with flying. Not bad. Helps a Japanese Pride-Mate. Not that particularly exciting, but a 5/4/3 flyer is nothing to laugh at. Protection from multicolor, that's very useful. Vigilance. Enters the battlefield, put a +1 counter on target creature you control. Counters. Very good. Yeah, you got a token out of the counters. That's nice. Then this, I really like this guy a lot, because every single turn, if something else has a counter, you put another counter on it. That's really good. Yeah, I like it a lot. This guy is fantastic. I mean, he is so annoying because, I mean, if you got a bunch of dead cards in your hand, this guy is great. I mean, if you already have too many lands and you're mid to late game, you're going to keep discarding cards and make this guy indestructible. He's one annoying card. It's good. I like it. I would play it. Exile all creature cards with converted mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard. And then for 1 white, tap it. You may cast. Yeah, that's not bad for your weenies. Definitely good. I think it's really good in weenies. Life Linker, 4/2/3. Put a 1+1/+1 counter on each of two other target creatures you control. That's very good. Very good for Ajani's Primate, definitely. A tapper, yeah, and you're gonna have flyers, yeah. That's a little heavy. It's a little on the heavy side, and 2/3 is not gonna gain you anything. But if you really want to go crazy on tappers in a commander deck, that's, yeah, gain 3 life, draw a card, very useful, very useful. It's an instant. You know, things are not going the way you want to. Maybe even when you have, you want to get to 47 life and you're at 44, boom, I drop this and do it. Yeah, sure. This controller creates a 1/1 white soldier creature token. Yeah, 5 drop. It exiles target non-land permanent. That's very good for 5. I'd take it. I'd take it often. Not always. When it attacks, create a token with flying. Yeah, 4/2/3. Yeah. You just have to make sure it doesn't get blocked and it doesn't fly. Containment Priest, of course, with beautiful artwork. A quintessential Death and Taxes card. If a non-token creature would enter the battlefield and it wasn't cast, exile it instead. Yeah. Very good card. Came out of Commander, then eventually made Standard. I really like the fact that they put it in. I love this card. I believe it came out in Origins first, if I remember correctly. Or it could have been a reprint from before. Yeah. Seb McKinnon. This is an early Seb McKinnon art. Yeah. Flyer, non-creature spells cost 1 more to cast. This would be great in your White Weenies deck where you got a bunch of creatures. Yeah, non-creature spells. Double Striker. You may tap any number of untapped creatures you control, and Siege Striker gets +1/+1 until end of turn for each creature tapped this way. That's good. That's good. It's reasonable. It's a reasonable card. Doesn't fly though. Another Protector. Very good card. You sack it, and you get something else indestructible. Yeah, very good. Of course, an Anthem. You'll need it. Exile something. It can be your creature. I've seen it played on somebody's own creature because you create one of these 1/1 tokens. You exile one of the tokens, and it becomes a 4/4 flying angel. Battle Trick, very useful. Of course, they must have hit you already. But then you whack the creature. Then, for the life gain deck, if you start gaining a lot of life, you also start kicking out 2/2 flyers. Very good card, in my opinion. This is definitely on Ajani's. It's going to go in that build for sure. Because this is the Ajani clause. So you put it on yet another creature. So basically, you get a second Ajani out of something. Very useful. I'll put it on something with flying if I could. Yeah, I mean, what's not to like? This is a must include in the Ajani's Primate deck. Destroy something big. I probably have a duplicate somewhere because it's kind of like a corset card. It isn't a corset. Put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Fantastic. I wish I had 10 of these with different names. And then you only do it once. Yeah. You save it in battle, and it gets a counter, and then you can proliferate on it. I like that. All right, so let's go for battle for Zendikar. Yeah, so the list is getting smaller of the cards that we haven't discussed. 4, 8, 12, 13. 13 cards from Battle for Zendikar. I might as well count them. It doesn't matter. It's only 6. It'll get bigger when I crack more. I really love this equipment where it doesn't have any equip cost the first time it comes into the battlefield. Really, really like it. So you get it for free the first time, and it gives the creature flying. In a White Weenies deck, you're going to really need that because they're not going to fly. Enters the battlefield, you get to draw a card. I like it. Sack it, you draw another card. I like it a lot. Creates multiple tokens to add mana. I like it. It'll get you to 5 quickly, early in the game. Sack it, draw a card. Yeah, rocks. And it's a double-sided where it's a land on one side, and then it's not a type. It's not a type island. I mean, not island, plains. What am I talking about? But it's a land, and then on this side, deals damage equal to the number of creatures you control. I'm not a huge fan of this clause because that often can be a very small number, but I thought it was good to include. Hit something big. I think this is the only Smite the Monstrous that I've seen. I could have a duplicate. Great card. Again, enters the battlefield, and you don't have to pay an equip cost the first time. +2/+2 and flying and first strike. It's going to go in every deck. I mean, really, it does. I love this card. It's very good. Yep. So this is a pacifism, but also for planeswalkers. What's not to like? Yeah. A Tucker. Costs 1 less to cast for each creature in your party. You're not in party here. It doesn't really matter. You're going to pay 5. That's what I don't like about it. I hate the party mechanic. It just sucks. It was a total lame-o thing. A Tucker. But then they get a little token. Yeah, for the converted mana cost. But that's good. Yeah, for a Death and Taxes type of build. Then it gets a little +1/+1 until end of turn. It's only a 3/1/2 landfall. Nice. I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't include it. I believe this is the only disenchant in this entire selection. Landfall gets flying +1/+1 counter. That's very important. Yeah, I really like this guy. Counters. Okay, that's it. So we're down to the last 6 cards, and I'm going to call it a day for the what to build. And then I'll think about it. Maybe I'll build something tomorrow. I love this guy. Deals 5 damage to target tap creature. You can foretell 4. It doesn't cost you 3. It only costs you 1. Yeah. I mean, you already paid the other 2 earlier, but I like it a lot. Flash Flyer, 4/3/4. And it protects, it's got Protector in the name. Somebody's about to board wipe you and your non-tokens. Okay, because if you tuck your tokens, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how useful this will be. I have to think about it. This one would definitely be useful. 6/3/3 foretell for 4. Return target permanent card, convert mana cost 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Hopefully you haven't locked the graveyard yet with Grafdigger's Cage. I think much better in Commander than it would be in Standard, because the cost is a 5-drop, but you get an Angel out of it in addition to the equipping +2/+1. Yeah. Yeah, very good. 1/1/2 flying first strike. I think it's a very good card. And then yet another variant on pacifism. So I think we're done. And that was the what to build for a whole family of cards in white. And I think the first deck that I'm going to do is going to be centered on the whole theme of counters and got life gain with a Janis Primate, the enchantment that has a Janis Primate clause, and then a bunch of other cards. It can't be all about a Janis Primate in a Commander deck. That's kind of silly. But I'm going to go for that theme. Have a good one.